this subject can be categorized or can be divided into three forms, and they are first person, second person, third person. And then again the entire person can be divided into two forms, and that is singular number and plural number. Today I will teach you about particularly the structure of sentence, but you have already understood about the structure of sentence. But now I would make you understand the entire system of the sentence and the divisions and the types of a sentence, like the subject and verb and object. Now we will learn about the subject. Subject, usually, you know, you have, if you think that subject is simply, it's just a one its kind, but it's not. Actually the subject, when you divide it, subject means what? Who does the work is subject. But again, what happens when you divide the subject, then you get person, and then you get the entire person can be divided into number as well, like singular number, plural number. And then we will also learn about the verb, and verb can be divided also. Then object also, there is objective and there is proper object. There are different kinds of objects. So we will learn the entire structure and the entire system of the sentence. Okay, so let's start the class first, and let's first erase the board. Okay, so without wasting any time, I'm just giving the proper idea of the sentence. Okay, see, when we learn about the sentence, then we usually find out these three things: subject, verb and object. All right, since I have already explained you in the previous videos about the subject and how to translate them and how to understand the meaning of the sentence, all these things, but today in this class what I'm making you understand about their divisions and what they are, then you can have better idea. And these are actually the main parts, one of the main parts of English grammar. So if you know about, if you want to learn grammar properly, then you have to learn from the basics. So I'm going to teach you the basic grammar, then you will have clean and better ideas. See, first we will learn about the subject, then we will go for verb, and then we will understand about the object. So first, what subject is, we will understand this. What is subject? Subject is simply, I'm not saying it another way, just I'm simply saying subject. Who does the work is subject. Okay, so I'm just writing here, subject who does the work or any action is subject. Okay, so who does the work is subject. So particularly in a sentence we find subject in the beginning, and this is what happens because before verb, then you have to, before verb there will be always subject, and after subject there will be always verb. This is you cannot change this, but you can actually place object after the verb, before subject also, in different places you can, but you have to be clear about using preposition. So if you use proper preposition, article also plays the vital role, but if you use proper preposition, that's okay. So then it will make meaningful sentence. Anyway, so what subject is? First we learn that subject is who does the work is subject. Now we will understand this subject can be divided into person. So this subject can be divided into person, and you have to know what person is and which are the persons. Well, persons means when you are learning subject and when you are getting subject, that is person only, and person means usually it like who does the work, and also in other cases there are different kinds of persons. So we will learn about those things later on, but first simple way, person. Now there are three types of person. First one is first person, second one is second person, and third one is third person. Okay, person. I'm erasing this one. Okay. I will see whether I need to erase it or not. So I will see it. Okay. So now you understand it nicely. Which persons, or which are the persons, and what the persons are. All these things. Remember, we have only first person, two kinds. This first person, there are only two kinds of first person. Then this can be divided like I'm first. Let first understand which are the first person. First person is simply I and we. These are the first person, means only I or we. I means I'm doing the work, so that means who is doing the work. So I am the first person, or we are learning, so we are the first person. Okay, so I and we are the first person. Now we will understand the second person. Remember, as I said, I and we are the first person. Just two things. Okay, just two of them, two of the pronouns are first person, means I and we. Then second person, we will understand the second person. So what second person is? Only you have to understand that this is you. So you is the second person. You means you can use it in a singular base as also plural base. Means when you are referring, like suppose I am referring, you need to correct this answer. So I am referring to only one. Okay, but I am saying you all need to, means you need to. I'm referring to all of you. So you need to correct this answer. Okay, so this is you means singular, you means plural. So it depends when you are using and how you are using. Okay, so you is the second person. Now what third person is? This is the simplest thing to understand what third person is. So since we know now, it is very clear to us that I, we, they are the first person, and you is the second person. Now what third person is? Third person is very simple, means I'm erasing this one so that I can show it clearly, and I need space here also. So third person is simple way, except you, I or we. Except you, remember these are the three words, you, I, we. Except these, means forget about this. So except these words or these pronouns, everything is third person, means whatever there is, whatever left is third person. Whatever left means pronouns or some other nouns also, means I'm saying rest means whatever left over, but I'm not going to just put it down like that way. So what I'm showing you, such as examples, I'm giving you some examples like he or she or they or it or these, or it can be any name, means noun. It can be any village name, it can be any town's name, it can be any country's name, continents, or it can be any suppose your name is Ronajit, or her name is Moshumi. It can be any name, it can be more than one, doesn't matter, because you know what first person are, which are first person. You know I and we, they are first person. You also know which is the second person, or which is the second person. You is the second person, so I, we, first person, you is the second person. So whatever left is third person. That means except, again I am saying except means बाकी माने बाद दिए माने I, we এবং you বাদ দিয়ে বাকি সব কিছু থার্ড পারসন। সিম্পলভাবে মনে রাখবে তুমি আমি বা তোমরা আমরা বাদ দিয়ে যা আছে সব কিছু থার্ড পারসন। ওকে, সো এক্সেপ্ট ইউ or I or we, everything is third person. It can be singular also, like it can be any name. Suppose pen is third person. If I say pens, Pens are also third person, because and how you will be confirmed, means how you will be certain or sure that this is third person. Suppose any word has been underlined or any word has been given to you or question, then you just simply ask yourself, is that you or is that me, means I. If it is not you or if it is neither I, then it is third person. Suppose I'm talking about pen, suppose I'm telling about the pen. So pen is obviously it is not you, or pen is obviously it is not me. So pen is neither you nor me. This is why it is third person. Now what about if I say my pen? I'm saying it's my pen. So what would you say if I say my pen? Then you have to say my pen means actually it is, my pen means it's not me. My pen means simply it is my pen, means it belongs to me. But does that mean it's me? No. My pen simply means it belongs to me, it's not me. So it's not you either. So my pen is not you, neither me. That's why it is third person. As I said, simple, I'm giving a like except you and I'm referring to singular number. For plural number it will be you and we. Except you and I, everything is third person. Okay, hope you understood it now. So except you and I, if I say your pen, is that you? No, it's not you. It belongs to you, but it's not you. Particularly, it's not you. So it's not you, it's not me. So it's a third person. Always remember, it can be any country's name. Suppose I'm saying India, is that you? No. Is that me? No, it's a third person. Suppose I'm saying chairs, is that you? Chairs, or are they you, or like are they us? No, they are different. Not you, not me. So third person. I'm talking about suppose board or chair or table. So is that you? Is that me? No, that means a third person. Okay, so hope you understood what mainly third person is very important part, for us, because when we learn about voice change, narration change or joining, or even tenses as well, in the case of writing as well, we need to be careful about using third person. So we need to learn third person very clearly. So always remember, I, we are the first person, you is the second person, and except you and I, everything is third person. Okay, but now another twist comes here. The entire person things, all these person things can be divided into number. Okay, entire person is now can be divided into two numbers. Okay, so numbers are two kinds. One is singular and the other one is plural. So what do you understand by singular? You understand singular means single, simple way is single. Okay, single means one, and plural means more than one. This is plural. Okay, so why did I mention about the number now? Because see, sometimes I am referring to I, sometimes I am referring to we. So what is the difference between I and we? I is, I'm talking about single thing, means single, I'm not talking about more, and we means more than one. So when I'm referring to one, particular one, that is singular, because I is single, so it's a singular, and plural means it's more than one. Okay, so that's why it is plural. So I have I is singular, we plural, you, when I'm particularly referring to you only, or particularly one, you, that is singular, and you when I'm referring to all of you, that is plural. When I'm referring to he means suppose he, and what is the plural? They. The plural form of he is they. Suppose I'm saying pen, it will be pens, pencil, pencils, village, villages, city, cities, chair, chairs. Okay, now there are some words which you will not find that they are changeable, like sheep will be sheep, fish will be fish, or there are words which you usually don't need to add s or es or ies. Well, there is a rule I have already mentioned. There is a rule that how into which words you can add s, or to which words you can add es or is. I have already posted on the channel on YouTube in a video, so you can just go and find out on the video which I have where I have mentioned about how to use s or es or is, all these things. Okay, so anyway, so as I was saying about the sentence, so first the subject came, then we divided subject to person, first person, second person, third person. First person is I, we, second person is you, third person is except you and I, everything is third person. Now the entire person entire person was divided into two number, and the number has been divided into two, singular number, plural number. Now singular number means single, one, and plural means more than one. So plural number, when you will understand it easily, because more than one, singular is only one. Okay, so this is about the number. Now we will learn about the verb. So let me erase the entire thing. If you want to understand it, you can take a screenshot or anything else. You can pause the video, because I'm going to post it on the channel as well. All right, now you have to learn about the verb. Well, this verb can be divided as well. Okay, so remember the verbs. We simply understand that there is verb like go, play, like this. So these are main verb. Main verbs are also divided into like weak verbs and strong verbs. Which are weak verbs and which are strong verbs? Well, weak verbs, I'm referring to all different ways. Okay, so verb. Okay, I have to make it different parts. So I need space. So let's get a space. First of all, we will understand about main verb. Main verb. Main verb means which shows action, does action. Okay, I'm referring as well. Does action, like play, sleep, write, teach, learn. These are action verb. Okay, so this verb can be divided into two. One, strong verb. Other one is weak verb. Weak verb. So what is the difference between strong verb and weak verb? Okay, strong verb, remember, strong verbs doesn't need in most of the cases something else like objects to complete its sense, or to make it complete sense. But weak verb doesn't need. Okay, the weak verb needs something to make it complete sense. Okay, like strong verbs. Suppose I'm saying stand up. Suppose I'm saying, okay, you stand up. So I'm not saying you, just I'm saying stand up. So stand up, when I'm saying stand up means what? Means I am telling you to stand up. That means I'm not taking the other thing, but if I am using stand up, that means it's making sense, a proper sense. That means you are standing up. Okay, so that says stand up means like this strong verb, or like, suppose go away, or like this kind of things. Okay, and weak verb means it needs or it requires other things, like suppose I'm saying write a letter within 15 minutes. Okay, this is because if I say write, what to write, and how to what write, when to write. So there are questions that come with the weak verbs. Okay, so in the case of weak verb, you need something extra to make it sense, but in strong verbs you don't need something extra or other things to make it complete sense. You just need to use that verb, and you can, if you just use the verb, it will make a complete sense. There are different verbs. You can just easily find out, go to grammar books and you will find the grammar in a verb chapter, which are strong verbs, which are weak verbs. Okay, there are also, now the these verbs are also can be also divided into regular verbs and irregular verbs. Anyway, you don't need to go to that much deeper. Learn something different now. Okay, now we will learn something thing that is called auxiliary verb. Okay, auxiliary verb. I'm just writing short form auxiliary verb. So I'm writing, I need a space here. So auxiliary verb, I'm just telling you which are auxiliary verb, like am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had. Be is also a part of it. You can use shall, will also. Anyway, now these are auxiliary verb. You can use shall, will. Okay, so I'm just writing shall, but this is another kind of verb also. Okay, forget about shall, will. Okay, so because other things you need to, otherwise it can be critical for you. Just remember, am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had. These are auxiliary verb. Okay, now these verbs they have another name, and that is known as helping verb, because they help main verb. Okay, because they help main verb, means strong or weak verb, they help them, that's why they are helping, known as also helping verb. But now take this part, am, is, are, was, were, take this part, and this part is known as be verb. Okay, so am, is, are, was, were, this not has, no sorry, why did I refer has, just this one, not has. Okay, you will understand. So am, is, are, was, were, they are be verbs. They are auxiliary verb also, but they are also called be verbs because they suppose sometimes maybe in voice sense you will understand actually better in voice sense, because you have to use be, being, like this kind of things. So in auxiliary verb, am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had, these all are auxiliary verb, but am, is, are, was, were, they are particularly known as be verb, and the entire part is also known as helping verb because they help the main verb. Okay, now we have another verb that is called modal verb. Just simply you need to memorize, or you need to keep in your mind which are modal verb. Can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, dare. Okay, so these are modal verb. Now modal verb you will understand later on, but you have to memorize this one. Okay, so this is the entire part of verb. Okay, I hope you understood it, and you can just pause the video, or you can just repeat it again and to listen to understand again. Okay, so this is the part of verb, and there is nothing to say more about the verb. Now about the object. Well, in the case of verb, there is something that you need to later on realize, you need to learn, because in modal verbs what you need to learn, I will teach you. I will make a video only for a modal verb, and in that verb you will understand when you can use and how to use modal verbs. Remember, modal verbs are usually used to speak politely. Okay, to ask questions politely, to speak to the people polite way, and modal verbs play the very vital role when you speak politely and when you ask questions. Okay, so they are very respective. So I will particularly make a video on modal verb, and you will get it on the channel as well, and just watch over there. Now about the object, I'm not writing about anything object, but simply I'm saying, object can be different types. Object like objective pronoun, pronouns can be object, any noun can be object, anything can be object, but you have to because there are different, mainly subject and verb, but object you do not to worry much about that, but just worry about preposition. If you use proper preposition, just as I have said, I swim in the river. Suppose you just removed the, then you have what you have only like I swim in river. That is making sense. But what about if you use the, but you just remove in, then what is happening? What the sentence looks like now? Now looks like I swim the river. Is it making sense? No, it's not making sense. You cannot say I swim the river. You are not swimming the river, you are swimming in the river. Okay, so if you are removing preposition, it is not making sense. If you are removing article, that's okay, it's considering, but article preposition is very much important to make your sentence proper, to give your sentence proper sense, and to make it meaningful as well. Okay, so I'm not talking about object. You will learn object easily, and you will also get the meaning of object easily. Okay, so far subject and verb. All right, so hope you understood it, and hope you will if you have questions, just ask me, I will let you know. Okay, and remember, as I said, I will make you understand about the modal verb particularly, and modal verbs I will teach you what to use and how to use and which kind of words you have to say about modal verbs. Okay, all right, so have a look and try understanding. All right.